ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
Welcome back, everybody, to the Podcasting Limited Power podcast with me, Star Wars Report, and Admiral Eggbar, my partner. And for the main thing we're talking about today will be rumors of possibilities with George Lucas helping out with shows and that kind of stuff, which is really exciting. I hope it's true. I don't know if it is, but I'm hoping. But yeah, just get started, and that'll be later down into the episode. But let's just get started on some other things. Would you like to begin, Admiral Eggbar, or should I?
Yes. Okay. I guess let's start with recent stuff about Bad Batch.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm good. Okay. So recent Bad Batch, most recent episode, my favorite episode.
Yes.
It is up there, honestly, with my favorite Clone Wars episodes.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
It's so good. I was like, the entire time I was like, it was like so intense. They're like running away, and Crosshair's just right. I was glad actually how they really had Crosshair, because I was a little bit nervous that they weren't really going to show that Crosshair was going to be one step behind them, but he really was. I mean, from the things I've heard about Thrawn, it kind of I think that's kind of what Thrawn will be like.
Yeah, just the hunting vibes.
Yeah. And then as soon as, obviously we're gonna have spoilers, but
Oh, you can use spoilers. People watch this episode.
I make sure everybody understands the spoilers. But yeah, as soon as I saw Cad Bane, I was just freaking out. I was like, what? I was like literally freaking out.
He's the ultimate Star Wars gunslinger, the quickest draw probably. Way faster than Mando. Yeah, he could, without his armor, he could kill him.
Oh yeah, for sure. I just think it was like the last episode where like that moment you just see them like, oh my gosh, what's happening,
Yep. Yeah, it was a great episode. And you can watch any review online. There's a million of them. But basically, yeah, just the Bad Batch going to basically running from Hunter for a while, and then what? Okay, was that the Rex? Was the one before that? The one. This is what did they go to that planet for? What was the reason?
They were on the same planet. It was.
Oh, they wanted to get like the bombs, right?
Yeah.
They're trying to get they're trying to sell some bombs for money, and Crosshair popped up and he started hunting them. Really cool. Oh, this is the first time Omega killed anyone. She popped a few clones. She killed a few clones, but yeah. But the thing is, yeah, they ran away. Then at the very end, when everybody get to the ship, Cad Bane pulled up, had a little like quick draw, and popped Hunter straight. Like Hunter missed by so much. It was really funny.
Which is realistic. That's like literally what did happen.
Yeah, man. Bane is too good.
Yeah, he is. I saw this edit, Good, the Bad, the Ugly theme behind it. That was very good.
That's sick. Yeah, that's really cool. But yeah, the Bad Batch episode was great. The next one is tonight at 3 a.m. where we're at. But it'll be tomorrow, Fridays. Oh, and speaking of the way that the episodes are done, going forward with the shows, they'll be coming out on Wednesdays for like Book of Boba and Mando. Like Book of Boba will be this winter, so it's gonna be awesome. But it'll be Wednesdays, so I don't know how I feel about that. Fridays was kind of cool. It's a cool like end of week vibe, but I know a lot of people have stuff going on, so like I guess they wanted more of an audience to watch of the premiere night. So yeah, it's cool stuff. But yeah, is that all you wanted to say for the Bad Batch? Any theories? Any theories for the next episode?
Yeah. Moving on to theories for that. I think we were talking about this the other day, but like, I think we're gonna see. Like this might be a bit of a stretch, but Boba versus them. It'll be like, bounty hunters chasing after Omega, and then Highway South Fennec.
Oh yeah.
We'll see them. They'll all come together at some point. Like, however many bounty hunters were chasing her, but they all come together, and I mean, you and I are really hoping they'll show that deleted scene, deleted episode from Clone Wars.
Yep, the one where
We're talking about that.
Cad Bane kills.
Yeah.
The thing is, there was some like fake, I don't know, concept art. It could be real, but it looks pretty fake. About Cad Bane having a cybernetic patch in his skull, indicating the Boba duel already happened.
Oh.
So if that was the case, he must be pissed at Boba because he underestimated him the first time, and then he got that'd be sick.
I think yeah, for sure we'll see bounty hunters coming again.
Yeah, for sure. But the other things I'm thinking about is I think that since I already said Fennec Shane will be there and Boba will be there and Boba might be there and Cad Bane will be there, it's gonna be very interesting in how they tie that into the Book of Boba, maybe some backstory. What I really want is them to have like for Clone Wars to make like some forgotten episodes or something. It's just not even in the season, but they like to do all the unfinished arcs with like the one with Cad Bane, the one with Asajj Ventress, Dark Disciple, the one with Grievous and Maul. They fight each other. It's really cool, but they should definitely remake a bunch of them. Not all of them, because a few of them are whack, but for sure a few of them. But yeah, the next episode, actually we have a few revealed episode titles for the next few episodes. For episode 10, it's called Common Ground. 11 is Devil's Deal. 12 is Rescue on Ryloth, which could be... Ryloth's a cool place.
I know.
Yeah.
Remember all the whole Ryloth.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways.
13 is Infested. Whatever that means. 14 is War Mantle. And that's all the ones we have from that leak. That's like confirmed though, so that's what the titles. Infested's pretty cool when you think about it. That or Rescue and Ryloth. Those are more the same like straightforward type things. It's Bad Batch is gonna be awesome when I finish. I know that we're gonna like at the beginning it took a little while to pick up, but man, it's getting good.
It was like Mando season 2, honestly. By the end of it, it was like, that was amazing.
Yeah, same with Mando season 1. Like the first like 6 episodes, last 2 were amazing. Like I loved Mando because it was like new content for Star Wars, but it was really just him doing missions. I want a story, you know. But speaking about other shows, the Book of Boba, really cool stuff. There's a clip actually of him talking about that he's been filming for 7 months. I can send you the link actually, but I will be playing it on my computer. It's really cool. It talks about a spa.
I've been away for 7 months. Now I'm filming the Book of Boba. Ooh, fight scenes, makeup. The one thing I've really missed is this hidden gem. Here in my hometown, Rotorua. The Polynesian spa. Come on, New Zealand, try something new. There are
So
no
cool.
words.
Really cool stuff, man. 7 months. So you know what? 7 months ago, it says right here, it was around mid-November of 2020. So that's when he was probably starting. That was before Mando season 2.
Oh wow,
That's crazy.
that is insane.
And he's rocking the mustache too, man.
Oh,
You watched the clip?
I know. I'm watching it right now. Yeah.
It's funny. But yeah, it's really cool stuff. And let's continue through some of these rumors. I like the ones I thought were interesting. Yeah, so the Wednesday release schedule, that was a new thing. Let me see. There's more teasing for new characters. Actually, no, that was about Cad Bane. And the Kiner brothers, they're the one. Well, Kevin Kiner makes all the music for Rebels and Clone Wars and Bad Batch, but he teased there's a person in tomorrow's Bad Batch before Kid Bane came, so maybe he's a reliable source.
Yeah.
And there's a new Captain Rex Black Series figure for Bad Batch. Pretty cool stuff. Yeah, so Droids, I think it was either show or movie, is now up on Disney Plus. It's like an older, kind of whack, the vintage.
Oh, dude, that reminds me, I was like literally, I kind of started watching it. It's after Clone Wars, but it's before they meet Luke, and they basically meet this like, I mean, I don't know if they consider canon, but I don't know. There's an episode with Boba, and he's like, anyway, basically these like this crime syndicate is like chasing R2 and C-3PO and this other like gang of people they know. They're just like, there's some heroes or whatever in the galaxy, and R2 and C-3PO met them. I don't know. It's yeah.
Cool stuff. Yeah, cool stuff. I'll check it out. Also, it says here that Carrie Fisher, Ian McGregor, and Ming-Na Wen are getting stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Are you serious?
Yes, Ewan McGregor are oh man, he's probably one of the best things about Star Wars.
I know, but it's not even that. That is so well deserved. That's been waiting for so long. Honestly.
I know, and the sad thing is Carrie Fisher can't see it herself. She had one. Surprised she didn't get one.
I know. Just Harrison Ford have one?
Of course he does.
Yeah,
it's freaking Harrison Ford. He got one probably like 2 decades to you. I'll look it up actually.
Yeah, all that stuff.
I'll look at when did.
All of Star Wars, no matter how annoyed he got.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he liked it.
And Indiana Jones, and then Blade Runner, and then there's another movie called Clear and Present Danger. I don't know. There's just a few movies I think that would make him get that.
All right. Let's see. Doesn't say when he got it. Well,
Sorry.
that's cool. Harrison Ford's a legend. It doesn't matter. I actually didn't know about Ewan McGregor getting it. Like, I know whatchamacallit, Ming-Na Wen. She did like the voice of Mulan. She played Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and she's done a lot of cool stuff. So yeah, good for her. Carrie Fisher, she should have gotten it earlier, but same with Ewan McGregor. Come on, guys. All right, and there's also, let's move on to, we talked about Cad Bane's head model with. That's really cool when you think about it. If he survived the duel, he must be pissed.
Yeah, I think it'll set it up more. For if and when they meet again.
For sure. Also, you know Amelia Clark, which played Kira in Solo, a movie that I really liked. There were some weird parts, but I really liked the movie. We just recently rewatched it during our marathon, and it was really good. I don't know if you were awake during it, but
I was tired.
It's fine. It was really good. So she said that she's the one that has the most unfinished business. I really had pages about what her life was like and what it would be afterwards, but I'm afraid I've heard nothing of Disney Plus being the case, so maybe I'll just write it and send it to them. I think she's just playing around here. Yeah. She's definitely. So it makes a little too happen, guys. She said that she'd want to revisit Kira more than any of her characters she's played. So that's cool. She's a very interesting character. God, liked Han. Maybe to meet up a little bit, like after Han meets, I don't know, Leia. That'd be kind of whack. She's like, oh, okay. You got a new girl. Oh, man. That'd be cool.
I want to see the return of Maul, though, like, in person.
Oh, my gosh, man. Live action? Sheesh. I want to see him have, like, a hallway scene live action. Like, we've seen him have one in Clone Wars, or just, like, a scene where he just kills a bunch of bounty hunters. Like, I'm talking dozens. I'm talking, like, 50. and he just slaughters them. We need to see live action Maul kill multiple enemies. We've never done that. He killed one guy. He literally killed one guy, Qui-Gon, which is amazing. It was hard to beat, but like, come on.
Still, he could take on way more. We saw that.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Also, there's this report on like a leak about this geode crap with the High Republic Adventures. Like there's this freaking here. Copy image. Let me see if it'll let me send it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's what the Rock looks like.
Dude, it's so stupid, but it's so funny. It's like the Gonk droid. No one. It's like I'm mad that that's what they're writing.
You don't understand. You don't understand. I was looking at it, right? You see the girl on the left, right?
Yeah.
The thing in the middle. That's what I thought you were talking about. That's
no, one on the right, dude.
Yeah, all right.
Yes. Dude, it was meant to be a joke, and I think it's kind of funny, but like I'm totally done with this High Republic stuff, you know?
Oh
Like
my
like they would not have done that in any of the shows. Like that's just they know High Republic's a joke, so they just made something funny, you know? It's kind of funny when you think about it. A freaking rock.
I was literally looking at the thing. I was like, cause I heard about it.
Man.
Weird. There's no way. And I thought it was like kind of alive. But...
Dude, I wasn't capping. I was telling you the truth. It was a freaking rock, a geode. The name is Geode. It's kind of funny when you think about
a
it.
stone slab. It is.
It's just stupid. It's just stupid. There's a reason why no one likes High Republic.
Yeah.
Oh man, good stuff. Also talking about Ming Ning Wen, talking about Batch and Boba Fett, talking about how it was awesome to work with everybody. Also, there's a part in the D23 Expo 2019. Diego Luna said Cassian Andor's series would run for around 10 hours or more, which means Andor's 12 episodes in the first season. It's been confirmed it's 12. It'll be around 50 minutes per episode.
That's good. That's good. That's like what they're doing.
But a little bit longer than Mando, because Mando had some 30-minute episodes in there.
Yeah.
They also had some like, they didn't. I think they only had like 150. So this is gonna be like longer than Mando, because Mando sometimes I felt like it wasn't long enough, and they just like, it was good for the time though.
That means you're probably gonna see more. I mean, definitely see how he developed over time, but also maybe see a few people from Rogue One, or even just like Mon Mothma, for example. People like them, just kind of see how their life was before.
Yeah, for sure. And there's some cool stuff like. Also, there's a new. I don't know how I feel with this High Republic era, but this is a cool bounty hunter, design, for like Jabba the Hutt stuff, and the Acolyte. You can talk about that if you want to.
Yeah. Okay. So, recent report. Got it from Star Wars Theory. He was pulling it up on his stream. It was part of it. He like mentioned it. I think him and the other guy, they just mentioned it, but then he said, I have to make a video on it. It's only like 10 minutes. Go check it out, so you get more information. But from what we know, it's the Acolyte. It's gonna be about a Sith, right? But the thing that just
it's a female Sith, by the way.
Yeah.
Of course.
Make most of you guys mad. Okay, ready? So they hired a new writer, or just I don't know. They had hired a new writer, or
one of the writers that she hired. Yeah.
Has never seen a single Star Wars movie, and they said, okay, let me just explain so you kind of see from their point of view first. She said, they.
I have the quote. I have the quote exactly, actually.
Yeah.
Let me read it real quick.
Fresh take, right? You pull it up, but yeah, fresh take on Star Wars, basically. And after you pulls it up.
All right, I have it right here. It says mostly what I've looked for were people that I felt could execute a great script. Number one, and then in the job interview, just really talking to people who had different life experiences than I did, and different connections to Star Wars than I did. There are people like myself that were later in life, Dave Filoni acolytes, and I literally had one writer who was like, I've never seen any of them. I've never seen any Star Wars media. And And she's texting me before we started the room. She's like, Luke and Leia are brother and sister. Like, what the? Yeah, so she also says it was so great because I would really love to know from someone who is not fully immersed in this fandom. What do you think of what the pitch we just made? She said. So while she did her due diligence and did a lot of background work and research at the same time, she was someone that we would also kind of talk to and say, okay, so if we take all this kind of signifiers out of it, and this is Star Wars version of X, what does it mean to you? I'm not going to read anymore because that made me pretty mad, but...
So, let me just give you a breakdown. Okay, so they're just trying to... the way they're describing it, maybe you're like, oh, it's not that bad, but look, I don't want to assume the worst of this, whoever they hired. Like, I'm sure they're probably really good at directing or writing, whatever. A lot of people they hire are actually good at writing and directing, but you gotta have people that know Star Wars. Like, I kind of get what they're saying, and like, it's just the truth is you can't hire people that aren't Star Wars fans. You don't even have to be like a really hardcore Star Wars fan. Like, Jon Favreau, he's a pretty big Star Wars fan, but he's not like Dave Filoni. He's like, he's on his own level, which is fine. He's still doing amazing with Mando, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Because if you haven't seen them, you don't understand what's going on, so you don't know what works and what doesn't work, right? That's what went wrong with the sequel. I mean, I don't know. It's like half of what they're doing is right and half of what they're doing is wrong.
Yeah,
So
I think they should.
That's what I'm trying to get. Yeah, I'm trying to give whoever listened to this just the point of view. Like I understand what they're trying to say, but it doesn't make any sense to me at all.
Oh yeah, I totally agree with you. One of the things that Star Wars Theory said actually was yeah, definitely you can hire someone that has a different take, but it's as also a Star Wars fan. You can have a creative director that's unique and all this kind of stuff, but it's also a Star Wars fan. Like we saw with Rian Johnson, which basically haven't seen any Star Wars. He didn't know what the implications of making Luke a hobo that didn't want to listen to anyone or anything. Because really, in The Force Awakens, they kind of screwed up Han's and Leia's character. But Luke was really left up to Rian Johnson, and he messed it up too. But he was like JJ and Rian Johnson. They didn't really care about like what the fans wanted. They like selling. They like having cool ideas. JJ brought back Palpatine because he knows like the general audience that doesn't watch Star Wars will like it. It's a giant like evil villain they've heard and people talk about. So like, oh, Palpatine. Oh, who's Palpatine? Oh, he's back. That's so cool. But for the people that like it, you definitely need a writer to make something that can be respected by everyone. Like The Mandalorian. Everyone liked it, and the fans liked it. It was basically unanimous with the positive feedback.
Even casual fans. Like I can think of a few lists, like, weird example, cousins have never seen a single Star Wars movie, which is crazy, but they've seen Mando, and they still love it. Like, even really, really casual fans like that, or even people, can still enjoy it. Now, that doesn't mean you need to hire people. Like, if I was writing a movie, I wouldn't hire my cousin to make a movie. I'm sorry. They haven't seen Star Wars, like, they wouldn't understand what's going on. You need people with experience. That's why, like, basically every single Marvel movie has worked. It's because they had, for one, Kevin Feige, like running everything. Like he's the leader because he's been a like superhero nerd for like as long as he's lived. You know, he knows, he understands what's going on and what people really want.
For sure. But yeah, the Acolyte, if it's in the High Republic era with Mr. Rock over there, maybe I've a little bit of a concern for the direction. Like, High Republic could be very cool, very interesting, but I think what they've decided to do is just to put modern politics into it, put modern ideals, which is not what you need to do. You need to make sure it's a universal and timeless thing, like what George Lucas did. Exactly. For the prequels, the politics in there are basically just freedom and escaping tyranny. Nothing about like sexual orientation or like you can have that in there, but don't put that as the main thing. I hate when politics and when like any of that kind of stuff is one of the main driving factors of the plot. It always messes up. You've seen how extreme feminists have kind of messed up the sequels, trying to there's not a single strong guy. They made Luke like old and grumpy because they didn't want. There's a reason why Starkiller is probably never coming. He's one of the most powerful beings in all of Star Wars. He literally beat out Darth Vader when he was reborn. So like the feminists would shrivel. They would shriek and die. I'm not talking about general like feminism is just a fight for equality. I'm talking about the extremists that think that all men should be like murdered and you can live without them. I think equality is needed, but the people that think a strong man in a story is bad, oh my gosh, they would die with him. Starkiller is very powerful, but like we've seen in Mando, like Fennec Shan's a strong female character. We can have like Omega is one of the main characters of Bad Batch. It's not the reason. Yeah, Cara Dune. Exactly, Cara Dune mainly, to be honest. That's not the driving factor of the show. That's why it's still good.
Your number one reason for making especially just a Star Wars film, is telling a good story. That's like your number one.
It's a story.
And then you can
building
work around that.
Building on the story.
Yeah, and then you can kind of, it shouldn't be like about including certain people you feel like haven't been included in films. I understand your frustration, and it's okay about being like having your own opinions and stuff, but like you gotta think about like what's best for the audience,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah. So on to one of the last things we need to talk about. The Star Wars rumor that George Lucas is back into a position within Lucasfilm, in some shape or form. So yeah, exactly. It said there's a lot of reports. I can't list one name specifically, but the rumors are again flying that George Lucas will be involved with Star Wars again, as this time it's actually claimed that Lucas will help bankroll a new trilogy, which sounds like it would mean Lucas would be actively involved as a producer and not just an executive producer. I think this could either be like, and the thing is, this rumor was publicized by Overlord DVD, the guy that talking about Kathleen Kennedy getting fired and all that kind of stuff. He's a very interesting YouTuber, kind of weird. Half of his theories are just straight fake, but other ones have been right before. So he called Baby Yoda's name and stuff. So you never know with this guy's. But he said he always loves to retcon the sequel trilogy. That's like all of his videos. So nothing's official because Disney and Lucasfilm have not commented on George Lucas returning. We would love for him to do that. And yeah, he returned. He actually appeared in The Mandalorian during its production. And there's a rumor he is writing an episode of an upcoming Disney Plus show, Andor, which is very cool. I would love for him to be involved in Kenobi, but I think who's directing that again?
Huh?
Who's directing Kenobi? It's one of the directors from Mando. I forgot her name. But I know Dave Filoni is definitely having some input on that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they work really well. Like if you Deborah Chow, that's who it is.
Deborah Chow, yep.
I've seen I saw the
She's just really good.
The main like, especially in season 1, they try to get each director that was, cause they had like 5 or 6 directors working on it, right? They tried to get each director to kind of be specifically like basically have their own episode, sort of. If that makes
And it was
sense.
unique, and that is how you do a fresh take, guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, Deborah Chow for sure. She's gonna do really good with that. That's coming up probably sometime next year or the year after. You're saying?
I just think that I was just thinking, I think this out of like the directors that I saw, like you've seen the like documentary basically.
I watched it. Yep.
Yeah, I saw a few episodes. At least the first one, they just talk about directing and stuff.
Yeah.
I think she had the best like I guess chemistry, or just worked well with like Dave Filoni, Jon Favreau, the main.
Yeah, for sure. Speaking about that TV show, I like how Kathleen Kennedy just inserted herself into it. Like, no one needs you there, bruh. Get out of here. But she did work really well, and they hired people that knew Star Wars. Like one of the guy directors, I forget his name, but he'd grown up with it, and he did great. I know he directed the last episode of the first season, so that was a great episode.
Yeah, it was. I think we can trust anybody
worked on Mando.
Yep,
most
Mando did good.
Most people that worked on Mando.
Yep, for sure. Is there anything else you want to talk about, Egan?
No, I think that's about it.
Alrighty, we'll
Anything
leave you.
yeah.
Well, go ahead.
Just of anything I know. Yeah, good.
We can talk about the Geode a little bit more if you'd like.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh.
There's a serious discussion about this.
Alright, guys, thank you for tuning in to the second episode of the Limited Power Podcast. Yeah, I guess it's treason then, if you didn't watch to the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is just mainly for fun. If you guys want to, like, go back and watch all the old episodes, that'd be cool. So hello to our future selves if you ever watch this. We're just going to try to do some fun Star Wars content with ourselves in the future, so thank you for joining. And anything to say,
No, just see
Admiral
ya, guys.
Eggbar?
Yeah.
Alright, guys. Peace out, and may the Force be with you. Long live the Republic.
Always.
Needs to call Jar Jar Binks.